Hello and welcome back. This is Module 3, Lesson 12, Court Attendance Issues. I hope you've been doing okay. In this lesson, we will look at issues that arise when you attend court with your ex. In this lesson, we will look at how you can overcome the emotional upheavals that arise during court hearings. Usually the tendency is for your ex to hire a lawyer who is nasty, who will intimidate you and make you feel like you really have no point in whatever you're saying. Don't fall for that trick because it is a bullying tactic. So it's best to know what to do and how to react to anything that could trigger negative emotions in you. That's why this lesson is hugely important for you if you are still having to attend court with your ex. There are several different procedures these days for getting a divorce. It is possible these days for one partner to file for a no-fault divorce. When that happens, the decree nisi and decree absolute could arrive within 3 to 6 months, and then you're free. Anyway, consult your lawyer to make sure things go smoothly. So what could possibly go wrong during a court hearing? Divorce hearings can be emotionally taxing, particularly when faced with the scrutiny and sometimes harsh words from your ex-partner's lawyer. It is essential to prepare yourself both mentally and emotionally to navigate through these situations without breaking down. I will share some strategies in this lesson that will help you maintain your composure during a divorce hearing, even in the face of adversarial remarks or nasty remarks from your ex or from his lawyer. It is a common fact that obnoxious partners are usually able to find the sort of lawyers that would mirror their own nasty moods and pass them on to their ex-partners, people like you, during the court hearings. The main purpose of these unwanted verbal attacks is, one, to destabilize you so you lose your cool emotionally and become erratic in front of the judge. This will certainly go against your case. To make the judge believe that your ex is better than you said he is, and certainly more credible than you, that could massively affect his or her judgment. Some tools and strategies to help you cope. Understand your rights. Before attending the divorce hearing, familiarize yourself with your rights and legal standing. Knowing what you are entitled to can provide a sense of empowerment and confidence, which can help you remain composed when faced with challenging situations in court. Consult with your own lawyer beforehand to understand the legal aspects of your case thoroughly. Focus on facts, not emotions. During the hearing, it is crucial to focus on presenting facts rather than letting emotions take over. Your ex-partner's lawyer may try to provoke an emotional response from you, but by staying grounded in factual information and maintaining a calm demeanor, you can maintain control of the situation. Stick to discussing relevant issues related to the divorce and avoid getting drawn into personal attacks or emotional arguments. Practice self-care. I'm sure you've heard this before. It is hugely important that you take good care of yourself and your emotions, whatever you're doing. So prioritize self-care in the days leading up to the divorce hearing. Engage in activities that help you relax and reduce stress, whether it's meditation, exercise, spending time with supportive friends and family, or pursuing hobbies you enjoy. Taking care of your physical and emotional well-being will strengthen your resilience and ability to cope with challenging situations. Establish boundaries. Set boundaries for yourself regarding what you will and will not tolerate during the divorce hearing. If your ex-partner's lawyer crosses a line with disrespectful or cruel remarks, remain firm but composed in asserting your boundaries. You have the right to request that the proceedings remain professional and respectful, and your demeanor can set the tone for how others interact with you in court. Lean on support systems. Seek support from trusted friends, family members, or a therapist who can provide emotional support during this challenging time. Having someone to talk to and lean on for encouragement can help bolster your confidence and resilience, making it easier to withstand any adversity you may face in court. I have had to be a support for one of my clients during a court hearing regarding the custody of her children. I acted as a Mackenzie friend. In the UK, Mackenzie friends are non-legal support for people attending court. I was just there to be her support, someone to talk to when we're not in the presence of the judge, and someone to give her both emotional and professional support as well. So it can help if you have someone to talk to or lean on during the court hearing, somebody to encourage you and remind you to stay calm. Stay mindful and present. Practice mindfulness techniques to stay present and grounded during the divorce hearing. The tendency for people is to remember the past, even when they are sitting in court, and then allow those negative emotions to influence what they're talking about. The best thing to do really when you're in court is to be present in court. Follow the activities in court, be respectful of the judge, and just only say what you need to say if it is absolutely necessary. And focus on your breathing. And if you feel overwhelmed by emotions, take a moment to center yourself before responding. Remember that you are in control of your reactions, and staying mindful can help you respond thoughtfully rather than reactively and negatively. Lower your expectations of your ex. This is so important. One way of not getting overwhelmed by what your ex or the lawyer may say or do in court is to lower your expectations of them to zero. Expect the very worst behavior from your ex and his or her lawyer. So if they behave a little better than you expected them to behave, it means that you will not be too disappointed. The pain caused will be much easier to bear. So if, however, you had high expectations and your ex and his lawyers do not meet those expectations, your disappointment will be so much higher and much more painful and difficult to bear. So remember to lower your expectations of your ex, especially when you have to meet up face to face. Put on your Teflon coat for the court attendance. Well, this is like an astronaut wearing a coat that protects the person inside it. Your Teflon coat is an imaginary waterproof coat, like a raincoat with a hood or something like an astronaut's overall coat. You are covered from head to toe, so no ugly vibes can reach your person or your body. They will bounce off your coat, so neither your body nor your emotions will be affected by any hurtful looks or words that your ex or his lawyer may say to destabilize your equilibrium. It sounds a bit funny, but it helps. You just learn to wear this imaginary coat over your whole body and then tell your mind that nothing will affect you today. Whatever people say or don't say, how they look at you or don't look at you, it does not matter. You are who you are, and you will achieve your goal without their consent or their approval. What is Teflon coating? Teflon is not a product on its own, but a brand name of a product. It refers to a chemical coating known as polytetrafluoroethylene, or PTFE. It's a type of plastic sprayed on various items and then baked to create a non-stick, waterproof, non-corrosive, and non-reactive surface. So a Teflon coat is protective of you and allows insults and harsh words to float off your coat without penetrating into your skin or your emotions or even your mind. You will need to use your imagination and your mind of steel to ensure that your Teflon coat works well for you. So I'm relying on your creativity here and your ability to imagine that you're wearing this coat whenever you have to come in contact with your ex, especially in court, or while you're shopping. Perhaps you meet your ex suddenly in your normal supermarket and you don't know whether to run away or hide. But if you have practiced how to put on your Teflon coat, you will go past him without being affected by his looks or her looks and just pretend it doesn't exist. Practice the techniques with a mind movie. So what do I mean by a mind movie? A mind movie is a live activity you create imaginatively in your mind. It is important to create a scene of you and your ex meeting on the court premises. So how will you react? Remember to be functionally friendly and walk away. If he or she wants to chat, create a get out excuse. For example, I need to see my solicitor now. The court scene, imagine yourself staying calm, whatever your ex's solicitor is saying. Remember, his aim is to destabilize you, so you will lose your cool. So imagine yourself staying calm and collected all through this court hearing. Practice it before you go to court, days before you go to court, and let it be a natural way of looking at the court scene. Just imagine it and try and make it come alive so that it becomes real in your mind. Number 10, say a prayer just before the court attendance. Well, I don't know what religion you belong to. If you're a Christian or a Muslim or you belong to any other religion, it is important to submit the situation into God's hands before that day. So remember to pray that morning before court and ask for divine strength to see you through the court hearing. Pay attention to your gentle inner voice as we discussed before and do as it tells you. So instead of letting any harsh words affect you, leave out the negative emotion, stay calm, and respond calmly and responsibly. If you let your negative emotions take over, you will forget your reasonable thoughts, and that will count against you, and you really don't want that. So remember, whatever negative thing your ex or your ex's lawyer says to you or about you in court is possibly an attempt to break you. So determine not to let them break you. Remain calm all through. Assignments for Lesson 12. Practice the techniques I have shared here before the court dates. Do this regularly until you have mastered how to apply them naturally. Practice the mind movie technique many times before the court hearing. If you still feel anxious anytime you think of the court case, take some time to breathe in deeply and breathe out slowly, 6 times each time. This will help you relax. If you can, do a meditation exercise before the court hearing, especially that morning before you go to court. If you remember, the meditation exercise I gave you before will work quite perfectly for this court hearing. Well done, you've come to the end of this lesson. I hope you found it useful, especially the strategies I shared with you in this lesson. Apply them if you are still in the process of attending court hearings, either for your divorce or for family issues like child care, child custody, children's maintenance, and so on and so forth. Whatever you're doing, try and take good care of yourself, because if you don't, no one else will. Okay? So I'll see you in the next lesson.